Have you ever liked a certain actor, actress, or just any social media personality at all, but when you try to really break down why you like them as much as you do, you can't find any strong reasons why? Well, that's how I feel about Inanna Sarkis. I tried to think about a catchy title for this video, preferably something with the word best in it, but nothing really stuck out to me, so this one's just gonna have to work. So just know that I think she's the best new bad girl, and not just the new bad girl. Before I explain why I think that is, I also feel the need to mention that right after I'd finally wrapped my head around making this video, a certain unforgettable actress popped into my head. Of course, I'm talking about Alexa Demi as Maddie from Euphoria. You're probably asking, how could I possibly choose anyone else as the best new bad girl? No one is more iconic, no one else even comes close to being as good at being bad as she is. But you see, that's the thing about Maddie and Euphoria as a whole. Those characters aren't your regular, easily defined, everyone fits into a box type of characters. There's more nuance to them than that, and I think that if you really think about it, Maddie's actually not that bad of a character. She may dress, talk, and carry herself like how you'd expect a typical teen drama bad girl to, but once you actually look at her actions over the course of the series so far, she's honestly not that bad. Which brings us to the woman of the hour, Inanna Sarkis. I think it's safe to say that most of you know Miss Sarkis from her acting career, whether it be from her early days doing Vine, Instagram, and YouTube skits with peers like King Batch and Lily Pons, or her big screen breakout role as Molly Samuels in one of the worst movies of the 21st century, After. Fun fact, I actually had no idea that she used to do Vine, YouTube, or Instagram skits until I started researching for this video. I knew that she had a YouTube channel with over 3 million subscribers, but I thought that was just from vlogging. Anyways, to finally get to the point of the video, here are the reasons why I think that Inanna Sarkis is the best new bad girl. Reason number 1, no competition. Let's be honest here. Off the top of your head, over the past 5 years, how many memorable bad girls have we had in teen movies and shows? Stop thinking. Exactly. While the trope certainly isn't dead, it's definitely less common to see your stereotypical, straightforward mean girl in modern teen media because writers these days have chosen to add more nuance to the classic teen character archetypes. So instead of it being simply this girl good and this girl bad, it's this girl commit murder but she's poor and very sorry about it, therefore she's good, and this girl bullies poor girl who commit murder and we know nothing else about her other than the fact that she's rich, therefore she's bad and deserves to die. You see, it all makes sense now. That's good progress, right? No, it is not. The so-called nuance that some modern writers have added to these shows and movies is nothing more than an overdramatic, confusing, and contrived distraction so that you don't notice that their characters and stories are just as simple as the old stuff, only with worse writing. If there's anything that annoys me a lot, it's when people pretend to be smarter and deeper than they actually are. And it's seeing stuff like that that really makes me appreciate those who keep it honest with their simplicity. Like Inanna Sarkis' characters in After and Seance, Molly Samuels and Alice. Sure, these are cliche and mean/bad girl characters, but they're believably bad and well played by Miss Sarkis. And in a world filled with cheap Twin Peaks and Riverdale knockoffs, they definitely stand out in a good way. Reason number 2, she's only been in bad movies. One thing that certainly helps Inanna Sarkis to stand out in the movies that she's had significant roles in so far is the fact that those movies are not good. For most established actors, appearing in a string of bad movies could hurt their careers, but when you're just getting your foot into the door, there's no shame in taking what you can get. Not only has all of Inanna Sarkis' early movies been bad, but she got to play a bad girl role in each of them. It's pretty much expected by most audiences for the villain to be more fun and interesting than the good guys, because good villains are just easier for mainstream writers to come up with, I guess. As much as I like to say that that is what happened with Inanna's characters, unfortunately, that is not the case. And since both of these movies aren't equally bad, it would be only fair for me to explain their failures separately. So, let's start with the big one, the one that introduced me to Miss Sarkis, After. Released in 2019, After is a sad, cringe, and just plain bad attempt at a romantic drama about a boring pretty girl falling in love with a boring pretty boy. The main characters are so boring, in fact, that they make the side characters, who only have slightly better dialogue and only give okay performances, seem Shakespearean by comparison. While Inanna Sarkis isn't the best thing in After, that honor goes to Khadija Red Thunder or Steph Jones, who honestly deserves her own spin-off with Pia Mia. They just ooze chemistry together. I still enjoyed her performance, as average as it might have been, and thought that it stood out quite nicely thanks to how trash the movie is. The second movie that I saw Inanna Sarkis in, where she played another bad/mean girl role, was 2021's Seance. Seance is your typical teen slasher movie. Girl dies in mysterious way, killer shows up and picks students off one by one, and you can figure out the rest. While After's problem was that it was trash and boring, Seance's problem is that it's just boring. It is one of the most risk-free, cliche, and downright driest horror movies that I've seen in quite some time. 90% of the cast look like they don't even want to be there, and I don't blame them because there's nothing for them to do. Almost nothing significant happens throughout the entire movie, which collectively provided the perfect opportunity for Inanna to stand out. And stand out she did. Her, Ella Ray Smith, and a surprisingly good ending fight scene are the only signs of life in the entire movie. My third and final reason as to why I think Inanna Sarkis is the best new bad girl is because she's got something special. You've probably noticed up to this point that I haven't given Miss Sarkis much praise, which personally feels very weird because this is someone that I consider to be the best at something. But like I said in the beginning, I don't have any strong reasons as to why I think that she's the best new bad girl. I just do. And to be completely honest with you, she probably isn't the best new bad girl. I know that this all comes down to personal opinion, but there's probably a recent show or movie out there that I haven't seen that would change my mind. So why? If I don't think that she's that great, what's the point of sharing this opinion and making this whole video? Well, that's because I see something in her. I'm not sure what it is, and I can't quite explain it, but I think that even though her acting so far, at least from what I've seen, has just been okay, she has this very alluring presence that she brings to the screen through her characters. Molly Samuels and Alice are both cliche and new variations of characters that we've been seeing for decades. There's nothing more to them that isn't made obvious in the first 5 minutes, but somehow they're still memorable to me, and I think that that's thanks to Inanna's performance. She just has a special presence to her that allows her to amplify these simple mean girl roles into something more than what they actually are. I don't know where Inanna Sarkis' career is going to go from here, but hopefully it's only going to get bigger and better. And that finally brings us to the end of the video. Hopefully you understand where I'm coming from with this take. Feel free to leave whatever thoughts you may have in the comments below. How were you introduced to Inanna Sarkis? Am I insane? Was this a total waste of time? I sure hope not. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and I'll see you all next time. God bless.